Eric DaCosta has the questions in today's Ravens Rundown Live mailbag. And of course, that's not true because y'all have the questions. I have the answers. This is from our Tuesday live show where you guys get to join me every single Tuesday, 5 p.m. Eastern. Y'all ask me your questions. I give you my answers. We're going to go over all of those right here on today's show. But before we do that, make sure to hit me up on X, okay? First 5 to follow me on X get a shout out on Tuesday's live show. The next live show we do on Tuesday. You can find me at Joey Petersen 8. You can also find me right under our game time ad thing in our description, okay? It'll be 2 under the first paragraph. Also going to be the comments. Go ahead and click on that link. Follow me there. First 5 get a shout out. All right, let's start with the questions. Sasquatch16. Got it figured out, my boy. Says, hashtag Ravens, can you see the Ravens double dip at safety round 1, Starks, or safety round 1 with Starks, round 2 with Watts, if no corner is available, round 3 on line. O-line. Okay. I don't see them double dipping at safety. I don't think that makes enough sense just because of the bigger needs that they have, like with their edge rushers, interior defensive line as well. And I get it. This is all like if no cornerback. And then also cornerback as well, right? And so to go Starks and Watts doesn't make any sense. I could see him going Starks in round 1. I could see him going Watts in round 2. But I don't think that they'd do those back to back. If no corner is available in round 3, I could definitely see them going offensive line. Tate Ratledge, the offensive guard out of Georgia, is a name to keep your eye on. He's the guy with the long mullet. I think it looks sick coming out this black helmet, him playing for the Baltimore Ravens. But no, I don't see double dipping at safety. I just don't think that makes sense. There's more holes that need to be filled, like edge rusher and corner. Papa Shook is up next, one of our real ones. Will Kyle Hamilton retire a Raven? Well, Papa, I sure as hell hope so. Kyle Hamilton is, I believe, the most underrated player on this team, possibly the most underrated player in the National Football League. I think he's the best safety in the game. What he gives you from a run defense perspective and a coverage perspective, he's just a jack of all trades. And a lot of times with guys like that, you say jack of all trades, master of none. And Kyle Hamilton is not like that at all. I think an extension is going to come soon. I hope an extension comes very soon. I think they'll make him the highest paid safety. And he's just one of those guys that you want to be a Raven forever. So I hope so. Next up, we got Ravens King. Hashtag Ravens, should we trade for Jalen Ramsey? He would be amazing on this team. I would love to. I really, really would. This is all coming from Ian Rappaport's tweet on Tuesday morning. And at the time of this, we're recording, no trades have been made. And I don't think it would cost you a crazy ton, be a 5th-round pick. But also with that, you have to realize that you would be taking on an aging corner who is very expensive. So I would love the prospect of Jalen Ramsey. I don't know how I'd feel about everything that comes with him, his price tag, and his age. It'd be one of those situations that if Baltimore does it, I'm not going to be mad about it. I'm going to convince myself to be excited about it. I'm going to be so pumped to see Ramsey in a Ravens uniform. But if they don't do it, I'm not going to think twice about it as well. And if they don't do it, I wouldn't be surprised either. So you make the call. Let me know in the comment section down below, should Baltimore trade for Jalen Ramsey? Give me a yes, give me a no in the comment section. Weigh in down below. Let me know your answer. You're about to get hit with a YouTube ad break, and when that time comes, don't worry about it. Just go ahead, find this pinned comment. Give me a yes or a no. Next up, we got Jimsy J. Said, hashtag Ravens, do you think the Ravens should trade Mark Andrews, and who would you like to see us target if so? So the thing about Mark Andrews is I don't think you trade him for another player. Trading Mark Andrews, you would get draft capital, and that's pretty much it. Now, I think Baltimore wants a 3rd-round pick, and I don't think anybody's been willing to offer more than a 4th. So that's why it hasn't happened yet. I don't think it will happen, if I'm being honest. Now, John Harbaugh did speak to the media on Tuesday of this last week, and he did say, didn't confirm or deny that he'd be traded. And so it's still one of those situations that's up in the air. If I had to put money on it, I'd bet he's still a Raven in 2025. But I would love it if draft night comes, like Adam Schefter talked about last week. Draft night's here. The team wanted Colston Loveland. The team wanted Tyler Warren, and they don't get him. Possibly a draft night trade for Mark Andrews I could see happening. Mike Nintendo Master is next up. Hashtag Ravens. Should Baltimore sign a wide receiver or draft one? I don't think sign one. There's no real wide receivers I'm interested in left. If I'm being completely honest with you. I love the one you signed with DeAndre Hopkins. I think he's going to do really well. I've talked about him ad nauseum. And so I'm not really interested in signing one. Drafting one, I'm incredibly interested in. Tedoroa McMillan falls to you at 27, which I don't think he will, but I think there's an outside chance that he does. I would love that pick. I would do that pick in a heartbeat. If you can get a guy like a Jalen Noel, a Higgins in round 2, maybe a Savion Williams in round 3, I think all of those guys are going to be something very special in this league. What's already really special is our friends over at Game Time, because they are the proud ticketing partner of the Ravens Rundown. And you know what? What I love about Game Time is they provide the easiest way to get tickets on short notice. And you can save up to 60% off buying last minute for sports, concerts, comedy, and theater. Game Time has an awesome feature. It's called Zone Deals, and Game Time Zone Deals allow customers to purchase tickets for a general area of a venue rather than specific seats, offering potential discounts and flexibility for last-minute ticket buyers. And I know that Baltimore doesn't have a basketball team. You might be a Knicks fan, you might be a Celtics fan, but regardless, the basketball playoffs are here, and it doesn't matter who you cheer for. Being in the building in that electric playoff atmosphere gives you memories you'll never forget for the rest of your life. So easy to find and buy tickets, and tickets for every kind of event in your area right here at Game Time. Say you like the Knicks. Well, they've got their first round matchup with the Detroit Pistons. And if you want to be a part of that, you could go. Hit up our friends at Game Time right now. You can see the views for your seats, get the best deals right with our good friends. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code ChatSports for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code CHATSPORTS for $20 off. The link to this promo is in the comments and description of today's video. Download Game Time today. What time is it? It's game time. Hashtag Ravens, who is your number one realistic draft target from Jack Lotteray? Good question. Realistic draft target. I would have said James Pearce Jr., but after what recently came out, Eric DaCosta, he said 15 players were taken off their board because either physicals or red flags. That kind of has me thinking that James Pearce Jr. might not be on the Baltimore Ravens board anymore. I'm going to go Donovan Izaraku. Edge rusher out of Boston College. He's been getting a ton of buzz lately. I think he'd fit in really, really well. He's constant pursuit of the quarterback. He wins in so many different ways, even being at his small size, 6'2". That's the name I'm going with. Next up, we got Moggs saying hashtag Ravens is trading Mark Andrews to bump up on a draft spot, make up for the $4 million we gave him for his loyalty and service. That's a good question because that's like more of an opinion-based question. It depends on who you draft. If you can move up and like get a guy, I don't know. I really love Mike Green. If you could trade Mark Andrews, go up in the first round, select Mike Green, and also save the money from trading him anyway. I know you paid him for a $4 million roster bonus, but you're also going to save money from his cap space that he was taking up in 2025. I think that would be worth it. But like the fact that they did give him that $4 million, it told me, it should tell every single one of you that at the end of the day, they're probably not going to trade Mark Andrews. Up next is Kimberly Harmon. Hashtag Ravens scale of 1 to 10. How excited are you about the NFL draft next Thursday? Kimberly, if you can't tell, I'm at a 10. No doubt about it. Man, it's going to be a ton of fun. This is my first draft at Chat Sports. I started on May 20th of last year, so like a month after the draft actually came in. I used to live in Mississippi, used to work for Mississippi State, and I came in from Mississippi the weekend of the NFL draft, got to meet everybody here, got to see how they do it. So this was my first impression of Chat Sports, was the NFL draft. And so I'm so excited to be just a small part of it this year. It's going to be a blast. I've also just loved getting to learn a ton about all of these players, a ton about all of these prospects, and forming my own opinions on different guys. Cannot to wait to see how it all unfolds. Cannot wait. Could not be more excited about Thursday. George Jr. Escoto says, Ramsey for a 5-round. WTF are we waiting for? I don't mind it being a 3rd round, TBH. George, The thing is like I talked about earlier, is when you get in Jalen Ramsey, you also bring in his age and his price tag. And so I wouldn't necessarily do a third for $21 million for a 31-year-old quarterback. However, a five I could be swayed with for sure. Miami's going to try to get a third or a fourth. I think they might find a team that's desperate enough to do that, and I don't think Baltimore is that team. Sasquatch 16. Hashtag Ravens, does it make sense that we're looking at MLB? Middle linebacker. I've been hearing a lot of hype about Carson Schlesinger from UCLA. This feels like an EDC smokescreen. Is this hype or just misdirection? Great question. I've talked a lot about Carson Schlesinger as well. He's a stud out of UCLA. I think they're necessarily not looking at middle linebacker. I think what they're trying to do is just get a linebacker in the building. And so I think it's legit. Now, second round seems a little bit rich for me. I think it's going to be probably within the first 4 rounds because you have 5 picks there. But I think they think that linebacker's a legit need because it is. You lost Chris Board, you lost Malik Harrison, Trenton Simpson only only played 15 snaps in the last 4 weeks of the season. You had a big, big hole in that position group that you need to fill in the draft. Plain and simple. Okay? They brought in the kid from the Rams, but he's more of a special teams player. And so I think going linebacker, whether it's middle linebacker, that they're just going to transition over to weak side linebacker, or it's a weak side linebacker guy, I think that'd be great to draft in the upcoming NFL draft. We got the last one of the day coming in from Seeps. Who's the biggest sleeper in the upcoming draft? Great question. I've got 4 names. I'll start from earlier rounds to later rounds. Second round, Omar Norman-Lott, defensive tackle out of Tennessee, was with Arizona State, Jack, before he went to Tennessee. And, took an absolute leap in his production, in the way he played, not only just the numbers, but just his every down effort, every down, what he was affecting was unbelievable. I kind of feel like Omar Norman-Lott was in the backfield more than James Pearce Jr. was this last year for Tennessee. What he can do from the interior and his pass rush is unbelievable. He's great in the run as well. I think that's a sleeper in the second round. 2 third-round guys to look at, or 2 third, fourth-round guys is, I think, Antoine Powell-Ryland, more in the 4th. Edge rusher out of Virginia Tech. Could be something really special. At 16 sacks this last year. Just unreal production. He's not getting looked at enough. And then David Walker, Central Arkansas outside linebacker, edge rusher, did unbelievable things at the FCS level, was almost unblockable. But there's always that big question mark of, will he be able to make that jump in the National Football League? And then kind of in the 5th round, maybe the 6th round, early 6th round, Dante Thornton Jr., wide receiver out of Tennessee. Just your classic case of big man, runs fast, 6'5", 4'4", 40, had a lot better hands. His final year at Tennessee as well, took a ton to the house. He had his average reception was 25 yards. Okay, so it's a big play guy. I think he could be a good pick in the 5th. I named 4. You, name 1. Name a sleeper in the upcoming 2025 NFL draft. Name a guy. Could be some guy I said. You agree with me? Could be some guy totally different. You let me know in the comments section. Make sure you guys subscribe to our channel because it's the best week to do so. Alrighty, we've got NFL draft coverage for you all week long. It's going to be a blast. We'll be right here for it. So make sure you are too.